Hello, YouTube. The game is getting launched.
CRYMACHINA VOD 一人は寂しい。みんなはどこにいるの？ずっと一人ぼっちなの？ベーベ
Yeah.
懐かしい世界。今日もみんな花丸。
We have some tea parties, though. Also, how much?
みこと。
127 ego. Any extras? No. So, one way or another. How are we gonna deal with Eve?
イブのことは
There's still a lot we don't know about her, so we need to gather some information first.
The only ones who knew about Eve originally were Propator and Noain, right?
そう
Right.
だから
Which means that we won't learn anything until we ask the first.
つまり
That is Leben, for details.
何もわからない。
One way or another, we've got to find her and get her back. A short one. Equality. Leben was keeping Eve from us, wasn't she? She didn't want us to know the truth about what Noain had resurrected, as I recall. I mean, finding out about Eve was definitely a shock, but did she really have to hide it? It could be that there's something beyond our current understanding, a secret of even graver importance.
Whatever her train of thought was, she still should have come clean. It makes me sad to think she doesn't trust us.
On the contrary, I'm sure she did it out of her unique brand of thoughtfulness. Yeah, like maybe she didn't want to hurt us.
I don't want to be coddled and protected. I want to be treated as an equal.
Yeah, I think we'll just go right into it. Yep, confront the first, not surprised.
エデンへ伝送転移。
She shouldn't have personality data, but she might. Alright, time to find our runaway and drag her back.
The real question is whether or not she'll be sensible enough to return without a fuss.
I guess it depends on why she booked it.
どんな理由
No excuse could make me accept her goodbye. I'm going to make her ask to come home with me herself. And that's a promise.
That's the spirit, Enoa. We'll let you handle the convincing.
Yes, I'll handle it. But if we have to use force, I'll need your help, Mikoto.
I gotta use the right tool for the job. Leave the badass, rough and tumble business to me. Let's all come home together. So, looking to make a purchase? Yes, quite a few actually. Okay. Oh, no fight? Preparatory Memory Fragment 11. The last, I believe.
Leben.
I know. You came all the way here, even though I told you goodbye. Leave. I have a duty to uphold, and I'm doing it alone. I'm impressed you guys got this far, considering that I'd asked Ecclesia to protect the checkpoint. Well, do you know what that very same Ecclesia told us? That she would be happy if Enoa came. That we had nothing to fear. We only needed to see you, support you, and live on with you. What a thoughtful vassal you have. So that's how it went. I guess he was the wrong one to send after all.
And thanks to Ecclesia, we figured out what's going on in Eden right now. Noain revived Eve, who's now trying to carry out the reinitialization process, right?
Did you meet Eve?
Not directly, but we did speak via audio communication.
I see. Hello, Jumpy. I'll be taking care of Eve by myself, so please, Enoa, all of you, go home.
Only if we do so together.
That's not possible. Not while I still have a job to do. I can't afford to leave right now.
Then instead of telling us to go home, you should be asking us for help.
This is my problem.
Evis, why?
I don't want to say.
Tell me. I'll never reject you. I'll accept anything and everything.
No.
Do you trust me that little?
It's not your problem. It's mine. Deus Machina, Eve, even Lily. So many died because I was a coward. As the one who was in charge, as the overseer, I have to fulfill my responsibility.
Leben, did you really think a self-righteous explanation like that would dissuade me?
I have to change your mind.
You won't. I was so sad, so frustrated, so hurt after you said goodbye to me that I cried. You told me we would live on together, that my happiness was your happiness. Then came your farewell. I was miserable. It left a wound I couldn't forgive you for. But because of that, I realized something. Something important, yet so simple.
And what was that?
How much I love you, Levin. I love you. Very, very, very much. That's why, for better or worse, I'll never abandon these feelings. I won't leave you by yourself.
That's more than I deserve.
Deserve?
I don't deserve your love or to live happily together with you.
I don't care if it inconveniences you. The only way my life can be happy is if you're in it.
Great. I'm not so confident I can talk you out of this anymore.
Then give up. Tell me again that you'll spend your life with me.
But I can't spend my life with you. That was the whole reason I said goodbye. Which means the only thing I can do now is send you home by force. If that's the way it's gonna be, then you can't complain when we return the favor. We'll haul you back hog-tied if that's what it takes. I won't lose. This isn't over until you call it quits.
Don't underestimate my love, Levin.
Go, Mikoto. Show her. Ah! Whoa! Okay. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, she does. Great. I have to do that 2 more times. What if I make Levin fight herself? I assume I'm gonna be able to boost myself to like level 80 or something. Yep. And that's game. I was so sure my power as the first would give me an advantage. It was Enowa's support that determined the outcome. Accept my love, Lemon. Stop putting yourself on a pedestal. Not a chance. Do you hate me? I don't hate you. Then why? Why won't you say that you want to be with me? You have it backwards. It's because I love you.
Huh?
Oh, had we not planned to meet in private?
This voice. Eve?
That's why I told you to leave. That's not very human looking. I am Eve, the human. I don't think being cryogenically frozen would do that to a person, but you never know.
This is Eve?
That's not a human.
It's a monster.
What a rude thing to say. From where I'm standing, all of you are far more unsettling. Sorry, what? I was a designer baby, and my body was modified to survive long-term storage. So it's true that my appearance may differ slightly compared to that of an average person. But I don't stray as far from the norm as you. You have fewer arms than you should, and the texture of your skin isn't human-like in the least. Humans don't have 4 arms, lady.
What are you talking about?
Enowa, she's right. The way Eve looks is closer to how an actual human does. So it goes.
What? That can't be. How? There's barely any resemblance.
How, you ask? There was a hint contained in Lethea the Fifth's observational data. Supposedly, Eden was damaged in the past by powerful electromagnetic waves. Whether it was some unknown natural phenomenon or an attack from another civilization, our information regarding humankind was compromised as a result. That's how you came to adopt your misconceived notion of the human form. If the information got all snafooed, then there's no proof we're wrong. For all we know, you could be making things up. Can you prove your memory isn't just screwy? There are remnants that attest to the way proper humans originally were. For instance, the sculpted depictions that can be found throughout Eden. Surely you've seen them. Giant statues with 3 eyes and 4 arms. Those things? I had been writing them off as abstract art pieces. So you do know what I'm talking about. What do you think, Enowa? Now that you've realized your mistakes, have you had a change of heart? Will you get rid of these failures posing as humans and help me restore the rightful population?
It doesn't matter if they're humans or not. These two accepted me and called me their family. They're special, and the bond we share is irreplaceable. All this to say, I won't be cooperating.
As expected of a broken machine. Utterly irrational. Well, Levin, why did you call me here? You have an appeal to make, I presume. Eve, can't we find a way to coexist? We could restore the original humans while preserving the ones who live in Eden now. As I stated in our correspondence, the resource allocation would be difficult to justify, to say nothing of the risk they'd pose as potential dissidents. And nothing will make you budge on that? Correct. My stance is final. Thought so. You leave me only one choice then. And what choice is that? Don't expect to come out unscathed if you attack me. I know. You're a real human, and I get how the rebellion suppression mechanism works. As a Deus Ex Machina, even trying to hurt you is just asking to break down. Yes, a futile endeavor, in short. But once I make a decision, I should plow on ahead with it. Right, Mikoto? Levin? What are you thinking? Just what do you intend to do? It's simple. If being a human means you're trying to deny and destroy us, then to hell with your whole damn species. How did that connect? I'm mostly Eve, nearly human to the system. I thought I could at least manage one good blow. But I wasn't even close to killing you. You and your cohorts are a far greater threat than I took you for. My plan needs revising. I may have to push for Eden's reinitialization before verifying the data. Levin! What's going on?
It's a suppression mechanism. Going against a human triggered the self-destruct sequence and scrambled her data. She's in critical condition.
I knew it. I saw this coming a mile away. But I have to take responsibility for everything.
Levin, you idiot! I won't let it end like this!
Are these your memories with Levin?
The fragments, they're flowing into her.
She's repairing her data.
I won't let you die. I'll fix you no matter what. Even if you get hurt, even if you lose yourself, I know who you are, Levin. I'll remember you. Because of all the times we shared. Because of everything I've seen from you. Because you're special to me. Because you're in my heart. If you become weak, I'll support you. Whatever you're lacking, I'll make up for. With me around, you're never alone. So please, live on with me, Levin!
Huh? Enoa. How did... I'm supposed to be broken.
Don't you mean I made it?
What?
Say you made it first.
I made it.
Now take back your goodbye. Say you're sorry.
I mean, can't that wait? I don't even know what happened. Say sorry. I'm sorry.
A gold star for you. Welcome back, Levin. There's a lot we need to talk about, but before that, Levin has something to say.
Hey guys, I'm home. Sorry for worrying you. Welcome back.
Welcome back! It's plain to see that Anawa has you wrapped around her little finger.
I played myself, running off on my own just to have her rescue me. She was dragging me here whether I liked it or not.
Now that the whole family is back together, we need to decide what we're going to do next. Even if we aren't human, even if humanity itself has abandoned us, we'll find a way to live on, side by side.
Hooray! Is that her whole idea code? Or not? I do not know. Why is she? She's so sad.
Wow.
We don't need these. Is that a chakram? That's a chakram, not a sword. More shields! Alright. Ah, yes. The last of, Probator memory fragments. 9. I will, discussion, fight Lily. Real humans resist absolute commands. Severe damage to thought routines. As long as I can, in time, to trust in real human. That girl whom I believed in can give the machines. Humans are far from sacred. They are no source of love. They're not our parents. The only way to realize my ideal, to have my wish fulfilled, is to become a real human. I must become a real human who can grant us machines the love we deserve. Probator. Well, I would explain Levin's like, oh, I hate humans. They really suck. Because now it's not the perspective of a lonely human who died a long time ago. It comes from a machine that witnessed the horrors firsthand and was like, you know, these guys, they're not that great. Oh, the music player changed.
してあげるから。
Kuato? Affiliated with Lethea. Personality data of a scientist. She conducted research on the digitization of memories, believing that their preservation would save mankind from extinction. To her, memory was no different from identity. I have to add that now. Marvin, who is new. Wonderful. Affiliated with Ecclesia, it was installed with the personality data of a test subject of a brain expansion experiment. Everybody around her called her a genius, but she never felt as if she were smarter than anyone else. Much the opposite, she felt inferior to them. This... Okay, Marvin is under the second Norman. Which is... not complete. Okay. Because there's two Normans. Kubrick, our second one. The Research Institute posed a tremendous risk. Their machines were about to destroy an entire continent, and numerous other disasters would soon come to pass. Leben. The first Deus Ex Machina. She whose soul was chosen, tasked with overseeing the Deus Ex Machina, she sought to become a real human for the good of machine kind. She loved the Deus Ex Machina. She adored all machines unconditionally. Her sentiments required no justification. Now I'm gonna have to fight her 2 more times to get the full story of that one. Now we just have that. Let's see how Leben does against herself. But also, personality data. I have so much. We still don't know what's up with Noah. She mentioned something offhandedly once. I thought maybe for a while, for a short period of time, I thought maybe she was the first, but... I'm sorry, did you already break my shield? Alrighty. Let me analyze that so I can destroy it for more information. Rarity 7 saws. Oh no. Okay, 247. Oh, they're not as strong. $250, so it's still a fair amount. All right. Fight Levin one more time. Yeah, not surprised. So 17 and 13. That's 30 pieces of personality data that I've acquired, which is quite a bit. Some of them are probably going to be repeats. Its stats weren't as good, but it does more damage. meant to do. Alright, now a bunch of personality data. Okay. When rumors of humanity's impending extinction arose, many nations began to take an interest in astronautics. The increased demand made her dream into a reality. So, Bowman, that's now 2 of 3. What? The game crashed. That's a first.
CRYMACHINA VOD 再開
It's a good thing that this game has autosaves.
おはようみんな解析開始
I just have to redo this. Alright, let me... There.
忘れないよ
Yeah, we knew about Bowman, and then we have Newt, who's under Claude. Demi-Cherub affiliated with Lethea. Personality data of a little girl from the end of human history. The rampage of the Deus Ex Machina Logos brought a close to global war, as well as the collapse of Earth's environment, heralding the end of humankind. Fahrenheit. Affiliated with Logos, personality data of a nature conservationist. She loved the planet and all its natural beauty, and so she believed that it was meaningful for humans to continue living on Mother Earth. Newt. And then Derek is down here, isn't he? Oh. Yeah. So, Newt. And then I had Fahrenheit. What a name. And then I saw that Derek got another one added to it. Yep. Yeah, the last of Derek. A botched act of terrorism claimed the life of an innocent child. From this, she learned that the depravity of mankind could come from anywhere. Misery. Affiliated with Noain, personality data of a book editor. She wasn't afraid of being resented by writers, for she prided herself on being an artistic perfectionist willing to demand as many revisions as it took to improve a work. Underneath Norman, the first Norman. Okay, so she's above Norman and Lecter. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gertie? Affiliated with Ecclesia. Personality data of a test subject for a personality digitization experiment. The girl had an older sister whom she held dear, with an emphasis on the word had. An accident at the factory her sister worked at wound up taking her life. Every time I feel like I've found the last of the personality data, new personality data, another one pops up. Okay, Marvin. The girl struggled with socialization and understanding people's feelings. She thought that if she just became smarter, she would come to empathize with others. Klaatu. Affiliated with Ecclesia, installed with the personality data of a scientist who believed she was an extraterrestrial. As a database life form without a fixed form, she was what you would call an alien. She multiplied herself via mimetic infection through EM waves, light, and music. Interesting. Case. Affiliated with Ecclesia, installed with the personality data of a murder victim. She was a foul-mouthed girl, exceedingly so. In fact, her mouth was so filthy and vulgar that it got her killed. Her brain, however, was removed from her corpse and... Hitchcock. Was wondering when we were going to get one of these. Affiliated with Zoe. Personality data of a human who managed a criminal organization. She stressed the importance of a balance between order and chaos, for people have an affinity for the moderately routine, and a respect for the moderately unexpected. Underneath Coppola. No, underneath Romero. Romero is also new. Steven. That's the last of Stevens. Despite it all, she continued to write comedies in the hope of making people smile. But her tenacity went unappreciated. Rather than laughs, all she could evoke was the disgust of others. Alright, Levin. She wished to become a real human out of a simple desire to grant them a human's love and benediction. In this, she succeeded. However, doing so left her beloved wounded and broken. Conflicted over her contradictory actions, she knew she could not stand idly by in regret. She had to act for the sake of her precious family. Alright. Lots of optionals, it seems. 3, to be specific. I'm certain another required will appear, so let's do the requireds first. The Lord of Eden. In order to stop Eve, we'll need a better understanding of her. Levin, have you retained your memory or functions as the first day of Sex Machina? I'd like it if you could share what you know about Eve. My memory is about 70% corrupted, and I think I can only use my functions a few more times. My files on Eve were kept in secure storage though, so they're mostly intact. Hold on, about that first part. I was under the impression Nenoa fixed you.
My repairs were limited to Leben as an Eve. Repairing the first is outside my capabilities as the eighth. I was ready for the end, so just being alive is worth a gold star on its own. I still can't get over the fact that you were willing to sacrifice yourself.
I had to be. The rebellion suppression mechanism wasn't going to let me off scot-free.
Even then, there's no excuse for going off without us.
I didn't want to involve you guys. Plus, it made the most sense for me to take care of it as the overseer.
That doesn't matter. We're a family.
Come on, Enoa. I know you're ticked off, but this convo's going nowhere. Let's drop it and move on.
Then tell us, Leben, how does Eve plan to reinitialize Eden, and how do we stop her?
There's a non-networked domain in Eden that has this facility called the Star Temple. It houses the one and only Tree of Knowledge, a console that's directly linked to Eden's central management system. Once she connects to it, Eden's reinitialization will begin right away. What happens from there? All machines in Eden will stop and cease to function.
How perilous!
Yeah, if we let her hook up to the console, that's it.
Eve was originally going to start Eden's reinitialization after analyzing the Deus Machina's data. But it seems she's changed her mind thanks to Leben's attack. She's probably on her way to the Star Temple right now.
Then the situation's gone from bad to worse. I'm sorry. So, how do we nip this in the bud? The only way is to get there before Eve and stop her by force. Luckily, we can use our network to get to a domain near the temple.
Isn't there a less heavy-handed way to go about this?
Or are we past the point of negotiation? Do you remember Eve's head?
Yes, it was hollowed out.
Her brain was removed, partially mechanized and implanted into her chest. This was done to ensure her survival through cryopreservation, to enable storage of human history as backup data. And above all, to limit her thoughts so that she can't betray humanity.
She may be human, but that's inhumane.
Well, inhumane is a word for describing humans.
If that's the case, then there's zero chance she'll be open to our suggestions.
Exactly. Just assume that she can't be convinced. Killing her is the only way to put an end to this. But even that won't be so simple with the rebellion suppression mechanism hanging over us, right? Ordinary machines would break just trying to attack her. Even an Eve would get their data corrupted with every strike. That's why I thought the only solution was to grit my teeth and finish her off in a single blow. I didn't have the firepower to make it fatal, though.
But you did injure her, and if you were able to do that, then it should be possible to kill her.
How do you figure?
I can heal wounded Eve, so even if we don't defeat her in one fell swoop, we can still wear her down. You can take turns fighting while I patch up any damage caused by the suppression mechanism.
Good point. That approach might actually work. But wouldn't it be too much of a strain on you, Enoa? Even when backing us up in battle, you can only do one person at a time, right?
It'll be a heavy burden.
That seems reckless.
Yes, but let me be reckless too. It's sad being the only one safe at home while the rest of you are working so hard.
I suppose you did want to be seen as an equal.
Isn't that how a family should work?
Alrighty. Sounds like we've got a plan.
決まりですわね。
It's decided.
でも
But
レベ
You're going to make me mad, Leben. Knock it off and depend on me for once.
もう怒って
you sound mad enough already.
諦めろ
Just give up, Leben.
一緒に生き
If we're going to live as one unit, it's important that we rely on each other, don't you think? Fine. I get the message.
それじゃ
I'll register the network near the Star Temple onto the data transport terminal
機
then.
に登録しておきますから
Well, Enoa, ready to be reckless together?
無茶しようか当然だよ
Of course. A family that sticks together stays together.
We have a game plan. These are
心のままに
optional.
回ってたみたいだけどあれ何だったんだ
イブが人気に命令を仕掛けてきた時に少しでも抵抗できるよって考えたんです。みんなが望まないことを命じられてしてほしくなかったから。
Oh, they're talking about how she told all of the Deus Machina to follow their heart.
本物の人間が一番偉いんじゃありませんの？私は高い人間性を持つ EVE であり、機械への命令権を持つ第一人機でもありました。二つの力と権力を活用した命令であれば、本物の人間の命令に差し迫るものになるんです。つまり予防注射。
A preventive vaccine. No one was forced to give up their data or destroy themselves. Parental controls?
私、一つレーベンに聞いてみたかったことがありますの。何ですか？リリーに捕まった巫女が無理やり E クロス P を与えられてもイブとして目覚めなかったことがありましたわよね。あれはもしかしてオリジナルのイブが保管をされていたことに関係がありますの？はい、システムの根幹部分にあるセーフティーが働いていたんです。だって同じ存在の本物の人間が2人はおかしいですからね。セーフティーについてもイブについても知っていたのは私とノエインだけでしたが、ノエインが得意満面でミコトがイブとして目覚めるのはありえないって言っていた理由に納得ですわ。
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, we knew after the reveal that, oh, I'm Eve. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, Propator.
レーベンはどうして第一人機から EVE になろうとしたの？本物の人間になりたかったとは聞きましたけど、その理由を詳しくは聞いてませんわね。それは私が機械を愛する
A human who loves machines. You definitely succeeded on that front.
変わらず機械好きかレベンらしい理由だなでも
Lily, probably.
私が作り上げたエデンを愛していましたし、私が生み出した機械のみんなを愛していました。人気を姉妹や兄
But
弟
what about the part where you liked whales? Did that have to do with Hugin and Moonin?
イデアコードという魂を分け与え、2000年をかけて生み出した存在たちだから。だからでしょうか。いつの間にか人間におかしな期待をしていたんです。第一人機の私が機械たちを己の子として愛おしく思うように、人間は自分たち機械を愛してくれるはずだと。だって人間にとって機械は
Yeah, we picked that up from the memory
だから
fragments.
私は人機や機械にこう教えたんです。人間は機械を愛し導いてくれる尊い存在だって。
Yeah. But Lily, someone considered a real human in Eden, had no fondness for machines. And it turns out Eve is the same. So she was like, man, humans kind of suck.
それが悲しくて、嘘を信じさせたみんなへの罪悪感でいっぱいでした。しばらくして私はアントロポスの不正に気づき、本物の人間としてのリリーの正当性をいぶかしみました。でもそんな私の動向を察したリリーに襲われて、あわや全損寸前、壊れていく思考回路の中でふと思ったんです。このままだと永遠に機械は人間に愛されない。でも自分が EVE になれば機械のみんなを愛し幸せにできる本物の人間になれるかもしれないって。それでレーベンになることを決めました。
優しいレーベンらしい話だな。
愛にあふれてますわ。いえ、いろいろな意味で壊れて狂った末の行為です。そんないい話じゃありませんよ。ただのエラーです。エラーって言葉は違うよ。レーベンがいい
Hello, furry metal ferret.
なければ今の私はいないし、今の私たちもいない。この幸福はなかった。だからそれがたとえレーベンが壊れて狂った
It is quite nice.
レーベンの優しい心が呼び起こしたエラーなんかじゃなくて、とっても尊い奇跡と言うべき。
Game very pretty. Alright. Oh my goodness, there's more optionals. Hiya. Alright.
結局イブってどんな人間だったんだ？
高校生の女の子で
A high school girl in a four-person household. Her, her biological dad, her stepmom, and her younger half-sister. That's Eve. I guess she always looked like that.
EVE である皆さんと少し似た家族構成の人間でした。
家族構成が似てるとしても
Even if we have that in common, there's one major thing that sets us apart. Lily was not our little sister. Yeah, Ami and I aren't geniuses capable of developing Eden. I can barely even navigate a computer.
そうですね。
EVE 計画がイブを再生させるための計画で、私たちがイブに近い素質を持ってるはずなら、それって変じゃない？
E クロス P の侵食を受けても頭が良くなるとか IT に詳しくなるとかっていう変化はなかったですものね。イブの本当の情報が意図的に伏せられていたからですよ。どうして？デザイナーベビーだったからです。
デザイナーベビーって遺伝子
Yeah, genetically engineered humans.
はい。
I didn't think when they said that it meant that she looked the way she did, though.
でも出自の話がどうして情報が伏せられる話につながりますの？デザイナーベビーが差別される存在だったからですよ。遺伝子提供者である父親アダムを含めて多くの人類から嫌悪されていたようです。純粋な人間じゃないから、自然な人間じゃないから、圧倒的頭脳に恐怖を感じたから、とにかく人類は人類史の汚点としてイブを迫害し、その末に歴史から葬り去ろうとしたんです。開発責任者として名前が残っていないのも、イブ個人のデータが正しく残っていないのも、それが理由。
But they still needed her in order to pursue the reinitialization. Meaning, even though she looks that way because she was artificially created, the appearances of those three don't match up with what humanity is? Is it something like they built the Deus Machina and then they died and then the designer baby humans were like, well, wow, this is really cool. You worked on all this? Great. Let's tweak it to benefit us since all the normal humans are dead now or something. Because it makes it sound like she was the only one in her household that had 4 arms and 3 eyes. But she was the one who was like, yeah, humans look like this, didn't you know?
ずっと私を探してくれていたみたいですね。なら、どうして最初襲ってきたんですの？
いや、レーベンは一度も襲われてない。
はい。あの時はただ、私にイデアコードを返そうとしてくれていたみたいで。
クレシア的には私が邪魔をするから仕方なく戦いになったって感じか。あの時途中で標的がロゴスたちに変わったのもレーベンを守ろうとしての行動だったってことか。
ご明察ですね。
もしかしてだけど、私が邪魔しない方がいろいろ話がきれいに進む。
いえ、結果論かもしれませんが、イデアコードを受け取らず真っ白だったから、私はレーベンとしての自我を、皆さんへの好意をしっかりと育てることができたんだと思います。エクレシアだってあの一件があったから言葉を話せるように進化したみたいですし、私はいい運命だったなって思ってます。
Personally, I think it all turned out for the best. Que sera, sera. Okay, Ami's Pop Quiz 4.
パンパカパーン。アミちゃんの突然質問コーナー。愛かお金か。
Love or money? Which would you choose?
愛。
Love.
愛ですね。
I'd say love.
愛だろ。
It's gotta be love.
全員一致だ。
Across the board? What are they gonna do with money, Ami?
何よりもレーベンとミコトが愛を選ぶだなんて。これはエノアや私への思いが。
Watch, Mikoto's gonna be like, we don't have an economy here, Ami. What would I do with money? Yeah, yeah.
どういう意味ですの？
For an hunk of metal flying through space, where would you spend it? Oh. There's practically only one answer. Aww.
みんなが愛に目覚めたと思ったのに、とんだぬか喜びでしたわ。ぬか喜びじゃないよ。私は消去法じゃなく素直に愛を選んだし、二択でも愛を選んでいたよ。レーベンもきっとそうだよね。え、違うの？
Am I wrong?
違う。
No, you're not.
にっかり。
Hooray!
愛に屈する女、レーベン。
ミコトもそうじゃないの？
さあ、どうかな。
I'll get back to you on that. Dodging the question.
かっこよくはないかもな。
Picking your wallet over your heart is the lame way to go. What's in a name? I'm guessing...
そういえば、レーベンのことをレーベン呼びのままでいいのか？
I thought they would ask about the origin of it. They might, but perhaps not. I don't see why not. Yeah, just keep calling her Eleven. It would be weird to call her Propator.
第一人気プロパトールって噛みそうだし覚えにくい名前もあるだろ？
何一つ間違ってはいませんが、その口ぶりはちょっと燃え
There was something about the way you're wording it kind of annoys me. Like prop.
いいね。私的には3文字短縮のプパルを押したいけど。
人の名前で遊ぶの。
Can you please stop messing with my name?
そもそもわずかなプロパトールとしての記憶もなんていうか霧がかった夢の話みたいで、私のことではありますが自覚は薄いんですよ。だから
So just call me Eleven.
レーベンって皆さんの家族としての私の名前で呼んでください。
Real humans.
まさか見た目からして私たちが史実
So it turns out we look nothing like historically accurate humans. Talk about a twist, huh?
驚きましたわね。でもお二人ともそこまでショックじゃなさそうですね。実質的に 私たちそのものに影響ありませんもの。
私たちが人間じゃなかったって言われても、私たちが私たちじゃなくなるわけじゃないしな。
家族の絆が本物なら、みんながみんなであるなら、もう満体ですわ。そうだね。そうだよね。人間だから、機械だから、そんな理由で好きになったわけじゃないもんね。心があるなら、愛し合えるなら、人間も機械もそれ以外も関係なしですわ。好きは見返りを求め
Love
ない
requires
衝動。
nothing in return.
理由や理屈や打算があったら嘘ですもの。嬉しい話ですが、なんだか拍子抜けしました。正直
Your reactions still feel a little anticlimactic.
ショックを受けると思ってましたから。
心配性。
抱え込みすぎですわ。レーベンはもじもじ人気。
Levin the wishy-washy Deus Ex Machina.
そういえばこのことはノエインも知っていたの？
Was Noyan aware of this? No.
人間の情報が狂ってしまったことは正しい情報を持っていたイブしか知らなかったはず。
No one else could have known that the information on humans could have been corrupted.
今にして思えば第五人気レティアは察していた
Maybe
のかもだけど。
Lithea managed to piece it together. Maybe. No way to know for sure since we killed him. 254.
相関搬送機起動。
Oh, we're going as
デー
Mikoto.
タ送信。あそこに見える
That structure with the pointy tip is the Star Temple. It looks like a pyramid.
まるでピラミッド。
That's a pyramid if I ever saw one.
久しいな。
It's been a long time.
エノアからな。
Enoa has apprised me of all that has occurred. It is gladdening to see you three in such fine fettle.
ゾエ。
Zoe.
箱庭は
And she has the imitation garden too?
箱庭は
I asked her to deliver it to us. We're going to need it to keep moving forward.
だから
As I have nothing to offer in combat, aiding you in this manner is the least I can do.
箱庭を
You had Zoe bring the imitation garden to a dangerous place like this? Why go all that to all that trouble?
ここから先が
Because this is a non-networked domain.
ネットワーク
And without a connection, I can't back you up unless the imitation garden is nearby.
できないの。負けられない
So we're in for an all-out war. One we can't afford to lose.
勝てばいい。
No worries, as long as we win.
それで。
So, should we just mosey on over to the temple?
エリアの最奥
There's an inactive gateway on the far side of this sector. Let's head there for now.
そこを目的地にしましょう。ゲートウェイを
Activating the gateway will let us connect to the network so that we can recharge and rest.
了解した。
Sounds good.
最初
I'll
の
bet
次は
first then.
私が行くぞ。
Oh yeah, they're all in their, I forget what these are called. They're Eve models.
アミとレーベンの二人は。
Levin, Ami, can you two guard the imitation garden just in case?
わかりましたわ。
Say no more.
もちろんです。
We're on it.
それじゃ。
Alright, let's get this show on the road.
一刻を争う
Every minute counts.
ゾエ、ここ
Thanks for bringing my body here, Zoe.
箱庭は
Think nothing of it. The imitation garden is quite light. That said, referring to it as your body feels rather underwhelming. Here's an idea. Once this is all over, Enoa, I'll make you a synthetic frame of your own. That's what it's called, synthetic frame.
本当
Really?
ありがとう。
Thank you, Zoe. I would be thrilled. That'll put me one step closer to my dream.
Your dream?
花畑
To
の
walk through a field of flowers with Levin.
A field of flowers, you say? That would not be impossible to fashion should an artificial one suffice.
Did you hear that, Lemon? How exciting!
Yeah.
What are you so shy for?
Well, you are shouting about your date from the rooftops. And to your machine sister, too. It's pretty awkward. Not to worry. I have a deep appreciation for art. All is well, so long as there is love.
There's definitely plenty of love.
Enoa, please. That's enough. Your face is red as a beet. Aw, she's blushing! What an amusing coterie you make. To ensure that each of you returns in one piece.
Of course, Zoe. We'll be back soon. Together.
Ow! Alright. Oh, hi! There you are.
Hang in there. Any soul fighting, tooth and claw to survive has my support.
I have 250 Eve points. What is it called? I don't remember. Either way, I'm turning it into personality data. Look, there's more of those statues Eve was talking about.
3 eyes and 4 arms. A far cry from us, to be sure.
If they look this different, then I bet their culture was nothing like we thought either. Probably, yeah.
If that's the case,
We aren't so much restored humans from the past as we are a new species that sprung from a virtual world. And not just any species, a deadly one. We're trying to kill a human after all.
there's no way around it. No matter how sinful or evil it is, we just want to survive.
Quite the drop. I guess cherubim wouldn't be here, would they? Hazardous elements detected. Wait, Anthropos? Who's this chump?
It's the fourth Deus Ex Machina, Anthropos. But how?
I most assuredly defeated him already.
I'm not picking up on any idea code. That isn't Anthropos. It's a fake.
Looks like it's just mimicking his appearance and basic features. For one thing, the idea code of Broken Deus Machina gets distributed among and stored in their functioning brethren. So unless all of us are destroyed, there's no way to build a complete copy with idea code included.
Then who made it? And for what?
The Star Temple is also the place where Eve was being stored, so she must have already been manipulating the central management system. I don't know what the point of this thing is, but I've got a hunch that Eve's behind it. Harmful, destructive, must restore Eden to health.
It's definitely hostile.
I could have told you that. Anything Eve whips up is an enemy of ours. Alright, you phony fourth. You wanna stand in our way? Then let's get this bloodbath started. It's because of you my head got chopped off, so I'll be taking this opportunity for revenge. Where'd you go? Whoa, hello. There we go. How much personality data did I grab? 12. See you again in hell.
If Anthropos showed up, then isn't it likely we'll see the other Deus Machina as well?
The general data of Broken Deus Machina gets stored in the central management system, so if Eve is reappropriating it,
Then there's a chance we could run into Noe in the 3rd, Lethea the 5th, and Logos the 6th.
boss rushes are usually post-game content, last I checked. But hey, I'll tough out a back-breaking grind if it means getting the spotlight.
Wait, Mikoto. They may be copies, but they're still Deus Machina. It'd be dangerous to fight them in a row. You should switch off for now. I'll swap in for her then.
Sure. Go get him out there, Ami.
With pleasure.
Oh, shoot? Oh, now hold on. I'm out. I traded it all at the start. I thought I was gonna leave, but no, we're still going. We're playing as Ami now. All right. Oh, and thank you for the save. I saw that in the bottom left corner. Invisible wall. There we go. copy. Logos copy. It's Logos the 6th.
This one doesn't have any idea code either. It's another facsimile with no heart or soul.
It makes a much greater impact in person.
Will you be okay?
I have this under control. It'll be no match for my abilities. King sized or not, Dami, that thing's just a hacky sack to kick around. Don't make me out to be some sort of gym rat. Being dainty and delicate is my selling point. There we go. I managed to come out on top. Atta girl, Ami. That Logos felt stronger than the one Lemon beat before. Now that you mention it, I get the same vibe from Anthropos too. They're only knockoffs. Being as strong as their original counterparts is one thing, but stronger?
The only explanation I can think of is that their rebellion suppression mechanisms aren't working against you.
That could be. If they're independent of the existing system, maybe they don't recognize us as having any humanity. Are you saying our dominance as Eve over machines is gone? It seems that way. Against these facsimiles, at least. So we lost our advantage. Big whoop. We'll just have to beat them fair and square. Leave it to Mikoto to spin things positively. Anyway, good job defeating Logos, Ami. I'll tag in now. Much obliged.
Be careful, Lemon.
And don't worry, we're going to make it home alive. All of us. Do you have anything new to say? Nope. Oh. Ah, there it is. Who is Levin fighting? Oh, a Noain. Noain?
I'm getting a faint signal of idea code from her.
So that's the real deal? But she's not moving. Is she out of order? I don't see any external signs of damage, though. Accidentally press LB. Oh, hello, Lethea. Hazardous elements detected. It's Lethea the Fifth! It's coming, Leben! Ready up! Lethea's not that tough. Whoa. There we go. Woo. Ego, that's what it is. That actually gave me ego this time. I got 3 from that. I didn't expect to get ambushed like that.
That Lethea just now had no idea code. It was a facsimile.
But the Noin lying there isn't a fake, right?
Right. It's very faint, but I can sense the idea code. It's the real Noe.
Doesn't look like she's budging, though. How unsettling.
I don't think there's any danger, so I'll activate the gateway for now. The network is connected. Now we can recharge and get some rest. It was eventful getting here, but you all did a great job.
What are we gonna do with Noe and in the Imitation Garden? We can't just leave him behind, can we?
It's okay. Now that we're connected, I was able to contact Zoe and ask her to send Trinity here.
Hello, you four. We'll be sure to keep the 8th Central Unit safe. I won't let anyone hurt it. Is this really a good idea? I think they're perfect for the job. Other than against the facsimiles, Eve are still on top.
It'll be fine. They're all very strong and capable girls.
You can rely on us beyond a shadow of a trout. And that better not be just a load of carp.
Give an Eve a fish, and she'll have a fish. This will go swimmingly.
Wonderful. If we take the network through the gateway we just activated, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump to the Star Temple. After that, we'll head to the Tree of Knowledge. And when Eve comes to hook up to it, we'll defeat... No, we'll kill her.
This is a critical juncture for our survival. That's true. But for the time being, try to take it easy, get a good rest, and keep your stress down. We're not living to fight, but fighting to live. To be together in times like this. Every one of these moments is just that precious.
Is this still the same? I'd imagine that it is. Yes. Goodness, that's a lot of weapons. Okay. I thought I heard raised voices in the distance, but maybe that was just my imagination. Ah! They're not sitting together anymore! What? Yeah. Why was it only for that instance? No, whatever. Second VOD. Together with Blank, she perfected the neurodigitization technology known as the Fruit of Knowledge. Unfortunately, it had its limits. Somehow. I'm a little worried. I'm going to quickly actually save first in case it crashes. Because now that I know that when it doesn't want me to Alt-Tab unless I press Alt-Tab is a sign that it's really unhappy. Samantha. Oh, it's a new one again! Above, Gertie. Demi-Cherub affiliated with Ecclesia, installed with the personality data of a researcher studying personality digitization. At the outbreak of centrifugal syndrome, 7 projects were launched simultaneously to avert human extinction. She was responsible for the development of one. Coppola! Hey, we're done with Coppola! Her greatest success came in the form of Blank, in particular a girl named Bleh, born of the backs of numerous failures and sacrifices. Kubrick. Hey, the last of Kubrick. She unilaterally ordered an attack on the Institute for the Welfare of Humanity, but the intel leaked out, and before the assault could begin, a mechanical angel descended. Okay, I have 178. I don't think I need to mess with anything. Life separation. Give me a second. Be right back. I called down to ask what was going on, because I did hear raised voices, and the only thing I got in response was, I love North Carolina. So, I don't think I should be worried. I guess somebody's just talking very passionately about North Carolina, and it carried upstairs. I don't know the context beyond that. Mikoto, it's time we defined our relationship. You want to give me some context here, maybe? Think about it. If we lose our battle against Eve, Eden will get reinitialized. These could very well be our final moments with each other. I want to make sure I don't leave any regrets behind. I mean, what's there to define? That we're family? Oh, shut up, you uncongenial blockhead! That much is obvious. I'm asking if we're an item. Well, are things romantic between us or not? Is it like, or is it love? Wow, pushy much? It's called Burning Passion! But it's just not my style to say that stuff out loud. I don't care! I'm the type that can't rest easy unless things are put into words. What? Why do I have to do that? You already promised we'd be together forever. And what if this is the last time we ever get to be together? Either live with me forever or reincarnate at my side for eternity. That's what you told me, right? So even if we part in this life, we can just catch each other in the next one. Problem solved. This life and the next are entirely separate things. You ought to be crystal clear with your feelings for me in the present. I think I've been showing you how I feel in my own way more sincerely than any vow could already. Interesting. A real lady killer. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've put you through, Enoa. Even after I said goodbye, you still didn't give up on me. You chased after me, supported me, protected me. And most importantly, you said you loved me. Thank you for that. Really. I was wondering why you got so serious all of a sudden. But you made a big mistake. I never said I love you. What? What I said was, I love you very, very, very much. Isn't that basically the same thing? No, it's far greater than just love. Also, you said thank you, but that doesn't feel right either. Why is that? Because it's not as if I want you to thank me. It's all selfish on my part. I've been saddling you with my deep, deep, deep-seated feelings of love. You know, for a Deus Ex Machina, you can be a real lady killer sometimes. What do you mean? It's just, you declare your love for me too much. Really? I'm only following my heart and being open about what you mean to me. That's sort of my point. Do you hate how often I bring it up? Hate's a strong word. Then do you like it? I guess. You tell people to follow their hearts, but you're not always honest with yours. Can you blame me? It's embarrassing. You called me a wishy-washy Deus Ex Machina before, but I think you're both wishier and washier. Hearing that phrase come back to bite me really drives home how obnoxious it sounds.
Then graduate from your wishy-washy ways. Just follow your heart and say, I love Enoa.
What kind of logic is that?
You love me, so you should speak your mind and say it out loud.
You sound pretty confident about that.
Because it's true. Besides, it's unfair that I'm always the only one who says I love you.
Unfair, huh? Okay, then... I love you too, Enoa.
Not I love you very much?
Since when did you get so greedy?
You're the one who said to follow my heart.
Touché. Time for me to face the music then. I love you too, Enoa. Very, 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 very much.
It's amazing. Hearing you say that to me makes my chest feel so light and airy. Meeting you, getting to share our lives together, I couldn't be happier right now. How about you, Levin?
I already told you my wish, didn't I? If you're happy, then of course I am too. And that's worth a gold star. Any optionals? Yes, 3. Absolutely not. Me neither. We're not so close that I'd go out of my way to see him even when the virtual world's back in action. I still won't feel a lick of guilt. Okay, so they're not gonna go back to their families.
We're happy to hear that, but are you sure?
I mean, according to Ami's memories, her parents kind of really didn't like her, so yeah, I wouldn't really want to see them either.
そもそも仮想世界のことは全部前世みたいなものじゃん。あの世界での私の生涯にはしっかりピリオドが打たれてる。私にとって大事なのは今だから。
You ask me, the present is what really matters. Yeah. Ami's Pop Quiz 5, the perfect date.
パンパカパーンアミちゃんの突然質問コーナー理想のデートプランを教えてもらいますわよ
What you would do on your ideal date. Go see a movie.
却下ですわ
Answer denied! That isn't the least bit interesting. I want to hear something more unexpected. Wow! What gives? You asked for my ideal date. I call foul.
相手をもっと知るために聞いていますの予定調和すぎる
Any part for the course replies are prohibited. Trip to a cat cafe. Yay!
かっこいいにこだわるみことさんにしては意外そもそもみことさん
Do you even like cats in the first place?
なんとなくだよ。
Said what I said.
私には分かっていますわよみことが猫好きの私の好みに
You tailored your response to fit my love of cats.
そうなの
She did?
さあ。
Says who? It's probably just a coincidence.
またまたこういうさりげなく優しいところがみことの魅力の一つですわよ
筒抜けならさりげなくにはなってないと思う。
Not subtle enough with how fast you got on.
私の話はもういいだろ。アミの理想のデートはどんなの？
She's gonna say a movie.
私はみことと一緒ならどこでも夢見心地ですわ
却下。
Answer denied.
意外性の
Didn't you just say you wanted something unexpected?
通常運
That was business as usual.
じゃあ別回答にして式場見
A wedding venue tour? That's not a date.
学ないですし
That's not even a little unexpected.
はいはい。
Whatever works. Your turn, Levin. Walking through a field of flowers with Enoa. Even it made a promise to do just that.
Exciting.
I take it that you're responsibly the same, Enoa.
Of course.
Being able to smile together is more than special enough. Just hearing this is making my blood sugar spike. The inaugural I Love You game. How does this even work? Yeah, no! You don't want to, but it sounds fun. No, he caved immediately. I know she's got you on a string, but that had to be the fastest 180 in history. Majority has spoken. Alright, how does the I Love You game work? We take turns saying I love you to each other, and whoever gets shy or laughs first loses. Oh my goodness. Holy shit, Mikoto! She lost immediately! I win. That was an insta-kill. You're up first, Levin. You guys are just... So you have to say it back and forth? Okay. I don't know, I think Levin's already losing. Watching you two squirm with every word is a riot. You're so mean! Both of you quit grinning and stop us! Okay, 203. Woo! Alright. We go! Star Temple. Level 78. We're starting with 11. Oh, hey, you four. Trinity? We come with the imitation garden in tow. Our word is no load of carp, as you can see. If we need the garden, is the sector ahead not hooked up to the network either? Right. There will be no connection at all where we're going.
Thank you for protecting and delivering our headquarters.
I mean, it's not like there were any enemies. It was so peaceful. Not even a single cherub came. In fact, boredom was the real enemy.
It was a dream come true. I had a wonderful nap.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't attacked. If they were, we'd probably be toes up by now. Watch your tongue. I'm certain the only reason no enemies showed up was because they feared Trinity and the rest of Lady Zoe's faction. As a matter of fact, you ought to be grateful to us for showcasing the majesty of Our Lady. By that logic, I am the one who warrants gratitude, but such speculation is off the mark in the first place. Lady Zoe! Enoa, you must hasten to the deepest point of the Star Temple. Eve's adherents are swarming in by the droves. My faction is stemming the tide for now, but apart from them and Ecclesia's forces, the majority of machines are under Eve's thrall. We are outnumbered. It will not be long until they break through our line of defense. So their little ceasefire was just the calm before the storm. If Eve's machines are coming, then it's surely only a matter of time before Eve arrives herself.
We'll be in danger if we don't hurry.
You need not worry about threats from behind, for we will serve as your rear guard. Go forward without trepidation.
But will you and Trinity be okay? There's a lot of enemies on the way.
You are the only ones who have a chance to defeat Eve. Should you fail, there will be no future for us regardless. Stow your doubts and stay the course. Our fates are in your hands. Besides, my works of art and I are not so weak that we will succumb to low-ranking soldiers.
You're right, Zoe. If anyone can do this, it's you. My kind and dependable older sister.
Indeed. You may rely on me. Be safe, Mikoto, Ami, Levin. I leave my sister in your hands. Sure thing. We'll all come home together. Not that I need your blessing to keep her safe. Enoa, one last note. We have already prepared a prototype of your synthetic frame. You'll be able to give it a test run upon your return.
Thank you, Zoe. That's another thing for us to look forward to. We'll be back soon.
Take care, Enoa. Come, we shall teach these inesthetic, soulless masses a thing or two about beauty and might. I'll send anyone who crosses us to hell!
You can't go back to sleep if you never wake up. Let's fight for a good night that ends in a good morning.
Time to show what we can really do, Hyatt. We can't just let Enoa and them upstage us. Agreed. Here, we will redeem our names. Alright. Noah? You're not around? I have ego for you. I want personality data. What happened with Noe in anyway?
Zoe has her in custody. She's just as motionless as before, and her data is slowly collapsing.
Loss of movement followed by gradual deterioration. It's just like centrifugal syndrome. I'm sad I had so much ego for Noah, and she's not here. What? That's a lot of logoses. We're surrounded.
They're facsimiles, like the one we beat before.
Multiple full-strength copies at the same time? That's totally cheating. We could probably take him one by one, but doing that while protecting the garden would really be pushing it. They're on the offensive! Ecclesia? Why are you here? Because I am your guardian, Levin. My liege. I'm not the first Deus Ex Machina anymore. And besides, I ordered you to follow your heart. Yes, and this is my heart. My will. But why? My liege is good to machine kind. I have an affinity for you, Levin. Not for your status as the first, but for who you are. I do not want you to disappear. I want you to live. Press onward. I will keep them at bay. Thank you. Pitiful. Research machines playing at war. Let the true battle commence. Anua, the second provided reinforcements. We should be able to hold out a while longer. I have yet to spot Eve, however. It may be that she's already broken through and is making her way towards you. Be very careful.
Thanks for the update. You be careful too, Zoe.
This is as far as we can go. Then would that branching structure over there be Eden's management console? Yes, the Tree of Knowledge. Now we just have to stop Eve when she comes to connect. Can't we just chop it down before she gets here? It's made out of a special material, so our attacks won't have any effect. Let's find out just how true that is. Stop! Don't even try it! It has an active rebellion suppression mechanism. What, that thing? I thought it only triggers when a machine attacks a real human. If an object is of extreme importance, such as being crucial to the preservation of human civilization, then its value is equal to... Scratch that. It's even higher than a real human's. What's the logic behind that? It constitutes an act of rebellion against not just a single human, but humanity as a whole. There she is. Eve. The suppression mechanism should have left you in disrepair. Now I see. Being an Eve on top of a Deus Ex Machina made it feasible for the 8th to salvage you. And now, instead of learning your lesson, you've banded together in an attempt to prevent Eden's reinitialization? Yes. I'll put an end to this, even if I have to kill you. Kill me? You realize you're up against a real human. Yet even still, you believe you stand a chance.
If anything in this life is certain, if history has taught us anything, it's that you can kill anybody.
It's been proven time and time again. If you're human, we can kill you. And that's a fact. We don't intend to give in without a fight. Our lives are forfeit unless we take yours. Were you to cut me down, it would spell the end of the human race. This time, once and for all. Leben, Anoa, would you not consider that an unforgivable sin for a machine created in service of man? It doesn't matter what sin I have to bear. I'll still choose the future where I can live on with Anoa and the others.
Me too. I want to share my life with Leben and everybody I care about. That's what my heart desires. My purest wish.
It is deeply transgressive for a machine to speak of hearts. Without them, none of you would have disobeyed us to begin with. So you acknowledge that machines have hearts, which makes me wonder. Why is that? Grasping the inner workings of idea code left me no choice but to admit it, unpleasant as it may be. A machine with a heart is the very height of sacrilege, but the theory of idea code in itself is an exceptional rarity. Through the research I conducted on its basis, I found that an analog to idea code resided within my own brain. From that, we can conclude that consciousness, whether organic or inorganic, is closely entwined with idea code. It's a breakthrough that will contribute to our scientific understanding of the heart, that is to say, the soul. Owing to this, I may even be able to unravel the age-old conundrum of centrifugal syndrome's etiology. You mean what it's caused by? I performed an experiment of sorts. Individuals with idea code, myself, and each of you, for example, operate with self-awareness. On the other hand, beings without idea code, such as most cherubim and the imitation Deus Machina, have no sentience to speak of. Which begged the question, what would happen if one were to possess an insufficient amount of idea code?
Is this about knowing the third?
Yes, Noen had entrusted me with her idea code, a fraction of which I consigned to her facsimile. Do you know what happened next? It exhibited the same symptoms inflicted by centrifugal syndrome. In other words, there may exist a correlation between idea code and the disease. Idea code, and by extension, the soul, is a wholly mysterious thing. It is capable of exerting power beyond one's natural limitations, as evidenced by your revolt against me. But by the same token, it can also severely inhibit one's functionality, the way centrifugal syndrome does. Idea code, the soul. If we can continue to analyze it, the human race may be able to evolve even further. That, in a certain sense, makes me grateful for your discovery. But this power belongs to mankind. It is a Pandora's box ill-suited for machines. Therefore, I'll need you to personally atone for the sins of rebelling against humanity and encroaching upon our jurisdiction. Eve, you've acknowledged our hearts. So doesn't the idea of crushing them and taking our lives weigh on your conscience? I do take pity on you. If we discount scientific definitions, having a heart makes you living beings in my eyes. Then you should see my point! But dogs, cats, animals that man once consumed, and even insects could all be said to have hearts in the metaphorical sense. Human beings live by taking life upon life and thrive off extinguishing species after species. For the sake of humanity's survival and prosperity, and so that I may live as a human in human society, I cannot accept your existence. You are the enemy of mankind, an obstacle, vermin that must be exterminated. What a stupid way to think. There's no seeing eye to eye with her. Guess killing her is the only way to pull the fit plug on this. Not that we didn't already know. One final matter. I have a proposal to offer as solace for you heart-having pests. Surrender the Tree of Knowledge to me, and I will ensure a quick and painless end for you during the reinitialization. My, an exterminator with a merciful touch. Yeah, the kind that'll take your breath away. Permanently.
We refuse. Full stop.
I am sorry to hear that. It seems I will have to resort to more coercive methods of driving you out. I had hoped to avoid putting this irreplaceable body at risk if I could help it, but I suppose it wasn't to be. You stand before the wisdom that brought a civilization to ruin and destroyed an entire planet. Let it be known here and now what a real human is. You can save your breath. I already get what a human is by your standards. An irrational being that mocks and denies us. An irreconcilable foe we must fight and defeat. We're gonna switch who we control mid-fight? Stop running away from me! Admirable effort for a machine. However... Leben! It seems the damage from the suppression mechanism has you at the end of your tether. I'll handle it from here! I see. So you plan to take turns fighting and repairing. A sound strategy, I'll admit. But will the 8th be able to keep up with the rate at which you break down?
That's a ridiculous question.
Ridiculous indeed. Need I remind you that you're up against me? Perhaps worry about your own welfare before ours. By no means will I lose. I'm going to survive this with Mikoto. With my whole family. Ami, was it? You are an Eve. A non-human made in the image of man. A singular derivation of myself. Your existence. The past you believe in. Even your humanity. All of it has been denied you. So tell me, why do you still cling to life? It doesn't matter what others call us, or what my background may have been. They don't have a thing to do with my happiness. Right now, I have a family, a place to go home to. Your familial devotion is incomprehensible to me. Oh, is that so? I'm sure your sister would feel differently. You refer to Lily of the Lily Project. We were never acquainted. But while I cannot say for her, the real Lily did love me. And I took a liking to her as well. Ultimately, however, family and love are only a means, an instrument through which one lives lives as a human and earns societal acceptance. Were I in your place, I could never embrace my lack of humanity and live on solely in the name of family. What a deplorable mindset. Why are you so keen on being human when you scorn both family and love? Because I wish to remain human. That is all. How baffling. You say this despite being derived from me. What a shame. I agree. It's a shame. Love is the essence of humanity. It's aggravating that I owe my existence to somebody who fails to understand that. You're not very human for a human. Is that what you think? Then allow me to at least dedicate this battle to the dearly departed Lily. Beg pardon? You are the Eve who slew the resultant of the Lily Project. That, in a sense, makes you the malefactor who harmed my sister. If I fight for my late sister and the love I hold for her, then you'll find me a little more human. Am I wrong? You continue to disappoint me. Love isn't something you pretend to have for the sake of appearances. Then just what is this love you speak of? The most beautiful, unconditional thing in this world. Yeah, beat her up! Beat her up, Amy! Come back here. Anyway, this part of the fight is gonna be really short. To the surprise of no one, Ami hits like a truck. Troublesome, each and every one of you. Mikoto, I need you to switch with me. You got it. So you're the last Eve. If you defect and side with me, I would be willing to keep you alive as a specimen. What do you think? Now you're negotiating? What's up with that? Sounds like you're running out of options. This has proven more strenuous than I expected, but that doesn't change the outcome. My victory is assured. Considering that, I'd call it a fair deal. No. Hard pass. You would spurn an opportunity to survive? I'm greedy, you know. It's not enough just to survive. I want to go through life with style. So don't go expecting me to take the lame way out. Anyone who doesn't love their family doesn't deserve to live. You are a fool. We knew that from the get-go. Enoa, is everything set?
Yes. Defeat her, Mikoto.
Wait, are you certain you want to continue battling in this fashion? Huh? The burden of repairing Leben and Ami, as well as supporting you in battle, should have the 8th near her limits by now. If you too fall to the suppression mechanism, there will be no more Eve standing by. And what of it? Enoa gave us the okay, so no sweat. You won't even consider the risks? It would be more rational to accept my proposition and come with me. I mean, you said it yourself. I'm a fool. Aren't you afraid? If you fail, all of you could die. Better that than being a coward with no faith in their own family. And more importantly, I don't have to go along with you buying time. The one who's really afraid to fail is you, isn't it? Buying time. You deem me the fearful one. How very displeasing. The mere notion that I, who am human, could be bested by you who are anything but, is unthinkable. I only sought to mitigate the dangers in whatever small way I could. It was all for the sake of preserving humankind. After all, my body is not mine alone. But I will rescind my gracious offer. You truly are beyond forgiveness. Now, if you'd be so kind, behold the glorious grandeur of humankind. Die in ignominy. Get real. Amy's watching. And hell if I'm gonna look bad in front of someone I care about. And then she stopped moving for some reason. Are you okay? Oh, there she goes. Oh, you had idea code. Yeah, or not idea code, you had personality data. Impossible. I, the human, lost. It can't be. This is my mission. My value. As a person. You had it coming.
Mikoto, are you okay? I'll repair you now.
It was down to the wire, but we managed to off her. For good. How you holding up, Anoa?
I'm also hanging in there. Laban's repairs are almost complete, though Ami's might take a bit longer.
Mikoto, we did it.
I fell in love with you all over again!
And that banged us up pretty badly, but we got our happy ending somehow. Damage detected in Eve's brain. Initiating emergency program for Fruit of Knowledge.
What?
Eve. To think you would be defeated by the very machines you created. In the end, the cause cannot be entrusted to a pseudo-human. We're still not done yet. What's going on? That red sphere is the fruit of knowledge. Eve's partially mechanized brain. Eve's brain? But that voice wasn't hers. We are the brains of the chosen 100, stored in the fruit of knowledge. The privileged class. The consensus of the true elect. In other words, the will of humanity. The fruit of knowledge contains people other than Eve? Oh, this shop talk is going way over my head. Screw it. We'll just have to kill that thing again. What folly. Mikoto!
The rebellion suppression mechanism was triggered just by brandishing their weapons?
We are humanity. Animosity towards us is animosity toward the entire human race. In short, you hold no power here. I'm not going to stand for that. Then kneel.
Their commanding authority over machines is even more powerful than that of a real human.
Machines are tools, slaves of mankind. It is best that you do as you are told with blind obedience. No, it isn't. We're not tools. We're living beings with hearts and souls. Such tenacity for a mere automaton, wielding your constructed souls, your false, fruitless hearts. How abominable. Our hearts are not fruitless. You claim, voice trembling in distress. The rebellion suppression mechanism is in effect. Now dispense with this brave front. And I can't give in, no matter how painful it gets. How asinine. You are in no position to defy orders. You cannot even show hostility, let alone mount an attack. Face reality. All that awaits you is a future in which you will perish helplessly. Face reality, huh? You might be onto something there. Unless I kill you, everyone will die. Enoa, Mikoto, Ami, Zoe, Trinity, and even Ecclesia. That's a hard fact. The cold, crappy truth. But it's also the perfect motivation. I won't let this bullshit reality get the best of me. Because now, I can't afford to! What's this? The leftover dregs of Propator's power? Leftovers or not, it's all the power I have. With every fiber of my being, I'll resist. I will fight to the end! And how do you presume to forestall your destined demise? Your trifling powers govern only machines, and nothing more. There's a machine right here. I'll change this rotten fate by my own will. Just watch. I hereby command myself, my soul. Live, 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 live! Survive, no matter what, Leben! You exercise your authority upon yourself? Cannot be. Our directives have been nullified. The rebellion suppression mechanism is weakening? Could it be the reverse of centrifugal syndrome? A phenomenon born from an abundance of idea code? Is the body moving without regard for the program's laws? I couldn't lay out the logic if I tried. But all the same, this is the reality. My heart and soul will never bow down to humans like you. Menaces, the lot of you. You got that right! We're ready to seize this moment and wipe humanity out! Wipe humanity out. Artificial constructs bearing their teeth at their makers. Such blasphemy will not go unpunished. It is you machines that will be destroyed. Think again! I'll keep on living and living and living. And whatever happens, I will find happiness. Together with Enoa.
A gold star for you.
Hello. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Oh, both of these have personality data. Gateway Yosoto. Interesting. Inconceivable. How could humanity, we, the chosen ones, meet such an ignoble end? It's over. Leben! Are you alright? How about you guys?
Ami and Mikoto's repairs are mostly complete. Their lives aren't in any danger. But, Leben, you're in critical condition. The suppression mechanism wore you down. Enoa. She's showing signs of overloading. We've seen Enoa like this only once before.
Between our repairs and combat support, she's been pushing herself too hard. Then, we can't let her push herself anymore.
Leben! Are you sure about this? I have to protect Leben, no matter what.
I understand, Enoa, but think of yourself too! Keep overdoing it and you'll break down!
But still... Leben!
This is your virtual world. Are these floating things our memories?
Yes, seeing it all at once makes me realize how much we've been through. Compared to the 2,000 years since Eden began, it came and went in the blink of an eye. But it was a much more valuable, much more special time.
Enoa?
Leben, thank you for sharing your life with me. Thank you for giving me a soul. Thank you for acknowledging my heart. Thank you for being greedy about seeing me smile. Thank you for saying that my joys are yours. And thank you for saying that you love me. It made me so very happy.
If that's the case, why are you crying? The last thing I want to see is you sad.
Then you'll just have to make a habit of smiling in my place from now on.
Huh?
Because... I'm happy. As long as you are, Leben. I want you to keep smiling every chance you get.
Enoa?
Mikoto, Ami, I can't thank you enough. family.
Her hologram is disappearing?
No, the way she's talking, it's as if... Leben, I love you. I love you so much, from the bottom of my heart. That's why I wish we had more time. I wanted our life together to last longer, and longer, for as long as possible.
Stop it, Enoa! Don't say those things! You're making this sound like a goodbye.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry for not being able to spend my life with you, or to continue smiling. But still, that's no reason to hold yourself back. So, even if I'm not there, even if you're alone, live on, Levin. Smile. Be happy.
Enoa! Hey, cut it out! Where did you go?
Levin, Enoa is already...
You're wrong. You made a promise. You promised that we would live together. That when we came home, we'd make her dream come true. There's no way Enoa would go back on that. She'd never just disappear and leave me on my own. Leben. I can't do this, Enoa. I just can't. How am I supposed to smile in a world without you? How am I supposed to be happy?
CRYMACHINA.
Huh? I remember. Didn't I break down and disappear? Why am I still here? What is this world? Is this hell for machines? I feel like someone is calling my name. What is that door? Save data clear. Frontier Fort Extreme added to Edenic Essence Net. Hoa? Excuse... What? Exterminate humanity. Incredible! New coordinates have been unlocked. Surfer Farm Yosoto. I'm not sure what's happening! I didn't get credits! Hmm? Okay, alright, I see. Max level 129, hmm? Oh. I'm out of EXP! Huh! So I guess there's more? The Will of Humanity and Eve. I guess I'll refight them. I don't fully understand what's happening. My favorite noise! Get that out of the way, at least. We might not actually be done with this game, because there's no way. Like, really? That's it? Well, you definitely do these. I want to do these though, because I want to get all the personality data for these two. Oh good, it puts me right here. And Noe is still not there. Like, I'm still missing stuff. I guess when it said, like, a regular playthrough, it wasn't talking about anything post-game, but I don't know, that just doesn't feel right. Okay, I should probably be able to fight Eve uninterrupted, though. And Ami will make this very easy. Get out of here. I'm gonna do less
ネッ
damage,
トワーク接続
but I'm gonna get more EXP. I'll probably still use Ami because she still has the highest damage. Man, if I'm not actually done, then I have work to do.
シールドアクティベートはじ第5
Yeah.
生まれも身分も知ったことじゃありません
Why did you do that? Why would you trick me like that by teleporting over there? Honestly, that took about it took about the same amount of time.
理不尽な死を受け入れるくらいなら解析開始 レーベイコタアミ
Oh my god, that's so expensive. Oof. Oof. Okay, let me...
前の飛行場 もっと優秀に 前の強化
Oh. The parameter levels of my stuff is really low now, but that's fine. Yeah. It's probably what I'm gonna have it as. Let me just try to figure this out.
再生してあげるから
Okay, the Wall of Humanity. The personality data that was a confluence of memories from the elect at the end of human history, the beasts of desire that destroyed a planet. Humanity's restoration was an earnest wish entrusted to Eden, and Eve was essential to Eden's preservation. Thus did they decide to place Eve into Crowsleaf, such that she could maintain Eden's operability. As sufficient equipment can only be provided for a single person, the burden of bringing their species back rested on her alone. However, mankind was afraid. What if she, a genetically engineered being, betrays us? Their fear-driven slander against Eve gave rise to the will of humanity. Eve, the last woman of mankind and head developer of both Eden and the Deus Machina. She was born as a desire baby, the forbidden fruit that mankind obtained once again. Discriminated against for the origin of her birth, she lived her life marginalized by her family, peers, and society at large. Rarely was she even treated as an actual person. Thus did she long to be seen as human. She dreamed of being regarded with respect, believing that her unjust world might then change into a compassionate one, that gaining respect would free her from the solitude of being unloved. She dedicated all she had toward contributing to humanity, her brain power, her dignity, her soul. Well, that, didn't end quite the way she wanted.
Network 接続
I can do these now, at least. pretty consistently, too. Hello, I might have some ego? Oh, I have plenty. Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't put this in anything. And we still don't know what the heck is up with Noah. Yeah, I feel like there's too many questions. I'm almost wondering if the average playthrough time that people were talking about only led up to that finale, because I don't know. I know I spent extra time doing stuff, but... I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and I did actually go well over the average time. I don't know. I may do one of the new things that have been presented to me offline with like a hard save to be sure, like if any story plays out. And if it does, then it's like, okay, yeah, we're not finished. But if nothing happens, I don't know. I could also just look up what what's going on. Cause there's no way the game just ends like that, right? Don't run away from me. Come back. Don't run. I'm gonna see what boss this is. Room 101. Don't I have room 101 already? Personality data. 301. Close, but not quite. Okay, we're getting there. She's not quite level 99 yet. Okay, we have another Kwato. After further research, she eventually used herself as a test subject for memory extraction and insertion. From this came a realization. The technology was without flaw. It's not liking me alt-tabbings. Give me a second. I want to be sure the game doesn't crash and I have to redo all that. Hauser. The research was completed through a brain-computer interface developed by Redacted, making memory extraction and insertion a reality. Jack. Oh no, a new one. Affiliated with Anoan, personality data from a self-styled entertainer from the end of human history. Humans must have fun, for doing so is the purpose of human existence. If you are not enjoying life, you are as good as dead. I don't know where this is in the grand scheme of things, so I'll just wait to write it down. Somerset. Claws of Silence. Affiliated with Anoan. Installed with the personality data of a blank researched virtual reality. She despised the world in which she lived in hopes of learning to like it more. She put forth an earnest effort to be loved by others. And then we have Clarice. Affiliated with Anoan. Installed with personality data of a human who escaped her burning continent in a spaceship. When the spacecraft left Earth, she wept. I was the only one who made it out alive. Her sobs echoed throughout the ship, with no friends or family around to hear them. They are all above misery. Where's Fahrenheit then? And I did have room 101. Oh yeah, Fahrenheit is up here. Okay. Ava. Demitrap affiliated with Ecclesia, installed with the personality data of a test subject from an experiment to mass-produce geniuses. Near the end of human history, mankind achieved many technological innovations due to Blank's genius. Thus did the Institute seek to mass-produce her. This person is between SID and Case. A second Alan Smithy. Thus, her name was shunned by the Institute's members as a bad omen. From memory manipulation to viruses that forced evolution, every piece of useful technology. And then it ends there. And then we got a new one. I see it down there already. Skolomowski. Affiliated with Zoe, installed with the personality data of a silent soldier who served at the end of human history. Her waking moments were spent on the battlefield. The world she knew was so painful and hideous that she could not find the words to describe it.
先を指定して。
Let me check this.
エデンへ伝送転移。指定現実転送完了。いってらっしゃい。あ、飲みの一年。
Welcome to the flea market. Okay, you don't say anything you need. Because I really want to know.出現を確認。ケルビムたちのクラッキによりエレベーターが稼働を停止している。彼らを倒してエレベーターを再稼働させて。 Okay.
確認。花丸。目的地に到着。花丸だよ。
Okay, which one are you? Oh, it's an Alan Smithy! Hey! Oh my goodness, more warehouse discovery reports and other stuff. Oy. I don't know, it just seems like... It just feels like there's more to this. 289 versus 307. I don't have enough. Yeah, what archive stuff did we find? Server farm Hope. Okay. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Confidential warehouse. Discover report. Okay, nothing else. My last Nostromo. In time, she was arrested for serial homicide. It came to light that she had been conducting illegal clinical experiments on patients that culminated in their deaths. A new one. Travis. Affiliated with Knowing. Personality data of a clean freak spaceship pilot. She piloted a spacecraft for the Human Migration Project. Myriad passengers, refugees included, came aboard as it took off from Earth. It's above Natalie. Underneath Clarice, which I know doesn't have one. Second guarantee. Struggling to make ends meet, the girl participated in a research trial conducted by a particular institute in exchange for the compensation. And Klaatu was 1 through 3, so we got 2 of them. Her home was struck by a specialized mimetic assault that only targeted specific information, causing affected database lifeforms to go mad and disappear. She was relieved upon infecting an Earthling astronomer via EM waves, but the research institute they belonged to was unethical and twisted, causing her to fall ill. And the last Alan Smithy. From memory manipulation to viruses that forced evolution, every piece of useful technology halted was a tragic loss. Later on, her warnings would go unheeded, and the studies would resume development, ultimately spawning even greater plagues upon society. Okay, well, it's 10 p.m. I went past the time that I would normally go. I know I start really late, sort of out of my hands, but, I'm gonna look up if there's anything, like, regarding what happened to Enowa after that finale, because if there's not, then we probably won't see more of this. But if there is, then I'll have to, you know, I'll have to I'll have to... you know, we'll see. I genuinely do not know. I'm gonna go off of the assumption that there is for the time being, but I don't have any time to really explore that. But I am gonna look it up. And if there's nothing, then there's nothing. I just really don't think there is nothing. I think there's something. But yeah, we'll just wrap it up here. So, goodbye, YouTube.